Ladies and gentlemen, if you're over 50, 60, or even 70, and you've been struggling with muscle cramps, poor sleep, fatigue, or weak circulation, then what I'm about to share with you could completely change your life. Because today we're going to talk about magnesium. Now, most people immediately think of supplements, especially magnesium glycinate. And yes, it's popular, it's widely recommended, and it can help. But here's the shocking truth. There is a natural fruit that can deliver powerful magnesium support, along with a combination of nutrients that no pill can ever match. Let me share something with you that most people completely overlook. And it could be the very reason why they're not getting the results they expect from their supplements. We live in a world where it's become normal to rely on pills. You walk into a store, you see shelves filled with bottles, magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate, magnesium oxide, and you think to yourself, this must be the answer. After all, it's convenient, it's quick, it's marketed as the solution. But here's the truth. Your body was never designed to function on isolated nutrients. When you take a magnesium supplement, you are getting one thing, magnesium. Yes, it may help to some degree. Yes, it may temporarily support certain functions. But your body doesn't operate in isolation. Every single process inside you depends on a network of nutrients working together, not separately. And this is where whole foods completely change the game. When you eat a natural food like an avocado, you're not just getting magnesium, you're getting a complete package. Fiber, potassium, healthy fats, vitamins, enzymes, antioxidants, all working in harmony. This is what we call nutrient synergy. And this synergy is powerful because instead of forcing your body to work with one isolated compound, you're giving it everything it needs to absorb, utilize, and maximize those nutrients in the most natural way possible. Think about it like this. Imagine trying to build a house with only bricks, but no cement, no tools, no structure. That's what taking a single isolated nutrient is like. It's incomplete. But when you eat whole foods, it's like delivering the entire construction team, everything working together to build something strong and lasting. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. When you consume magnesium through food, your body recognizes it and knows exactly what to do with it. The absorption process becomes smoother, more efficient, and far more effective. Why? Because nature already packaged it perfectly. Inside that avocado, magnesium doesn't exist alone. It's surrounded by compounds that enhance its absorption and function. The healthy fats help carry nutrients into your cells. The fiber supports gut health, which is critical for nutrient uptake. The potassium balances electrolytes, helping your muscles and nerves function properly. So instead of overwhelming your system with a high dose from a supplement, you're nourishing your body in a way that it understands. And that's the key word here, understands. Your body understands food. It does not naturally understand synthetic, isolated, or highly concentrated forms of nutrients in the same way. That's why so many people take supplements for months, even years, and still struggle with the same symptoms: muscle cramps, fatigue, poor sleep, low energy. It's not always about how much you take. It's about how well your body can use what you're giving it. And whole foods dramatically improve that utilization. Let me take this one step further. When you rely too heavily on supplements, you may actually miss out on other critical nutrients your body needs. You become focused on one solution, one bottle, one answer. But health doesn't work that way. Your body is a system. Everything is connected. Your muscles, your nerves, your circulation, your digestion, your brain. And these systems require a wide range of nutrients working together at the same time. That's exactly what whole foods provide. They don't just target one problem, they support your entire body. And that's why people who shift toward real natural foods often notice something incredible. Not just improvement in one area, but improvements across the board. Better energy, better sleep, better digestion, stronger muscles, improved circulation. Because now your body is finally getting what it truly needs. Now don't misunderstand me. This doesn't mean supplements are useless. There are times when they can be helpful. There are situations where they may be necessary. But they should never replace real food. They should never become your foundation. Because the foundation of health has always been and will always be what you put on your plate. And when you begin to understand this, when you begin to shift your focus from isolated nutrients to whole nourishing foods, you start working with your body instead of against it. That's when real healing begins. That's when your body starts responding the way it was designed to. So before you reach for another bottle, before you spend more money searching for answers in a pill, take a step back. Ask yourself a simple question. Am I giving my body what it truly needs? Or am I just giving it a shortcut? Because sometimes the most powerful solution isn't found in a supplement aisle. It's found in nature. And when you return to that simplicity, when you fuel your body the way it was meant to be fueled, you don't just feel better, you function better every single day. Let me tell you something that most people never hear, yet it could be the missing link behind your muscle cramps, weakness, and even those restless nights. You see, when people think about muscle health, they often focus on just one thing, magnesium. And yes, magnesium is essential. It plays a critical role in muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, and overall body function. But here's the problem. Magnesium does not work alone. And if you're only focusing on magnesium, whether it's through supplements like magnesium glycinate or any other form, you may only be solving half the problem. Because there's another powerful mineral that your body desperately needs, and that mineral is potassium. Now listen very carefully, because this is where everything starts to make sense. Your muscles rely on a delicate balance between magnesium and potassium. These two minerals work together like a team. One helps muscles contract, the other helps them relax. One supports electrical signals, the other stabilizes them. When this balance is right, your muscles feel strong, smooth, and controlled. But when this balance is off, that's when problems begin. That's when you start experiencing sudden leg cramps, especially at night, muscle tightness that won't go away, twitching or spasms, weakness or fatigue in your legs, even that restless, uncomfortable feeling when you're trying to sleep. And here's the mistake most people make. They try to fix all of this by taking magnesium alone. They increase the dosage, they switch brands, they try different forms, but the results are still limited. Why? Because they're ignoring potassium. You see, potassium is responsible for maintaining proper fluid balance inside your cells and helping your nerves send the right signals to your muscles. Without enough potassium, your muscles can't function properly, no matter how much magnesium you take. It's like trying to drive a car with only half the engine working. Now imagine this. You're taking magnesium supplements expecting relief, but your body is still lacking potassium. So what happens? Your muscles remain imbalanced. The signals between your nerves and muscles become unstable. And those cramps, those aches, they continue. This is why so many people feel frustrated. They think they're doing the right thing, but they're missing a key piece of the puzzle. Now here's where nature provides the perfect solution. When you eat a food like an avocado, you're not just getting magnesium, you're also getting a rich supply of potassium. And not just in small amounts, but in a powerful natural balance that your body can immediately recognize and use. This is what makes the difference. Because now, instead of trying to force your body to function with one nutrient, you're restoring the balance it truly needs. Magnesium begins to relax your muscles. Potassium helps regulate the electrical signals. Together, they create a smooth, coordinated function that reduces cramping, eases tension, and restores strength. And this is why people who shift toward potassium-rich, magnesium-rich whole foods often notice something incredible. Their cramps start disappearing. Their muscles feel lighter, their legs feel stronger, and that uncomfortable tightness, it begins to fade. Let's go even deeper. As we age, our bodies naturally lose minerals more easily. This can happen through diet, medication, stress, or even dehydration. And when magnesium and potassium levels drop together, the effects are multiplied. This is why older adults are more prone to nighttime leg cramps, muscle fatigue, poor circulation, reduced mobility. It's not just aging, it's imbalance. And the solution isn't always more pills. It's restoring what your body has lost in the right way. Now think about this for a moment. Would you rather take a single isolated nutrient and hope it works? Or would you rather give your body exactly what it needs in the form it was designed to receive? Because when you choose whole foods rich in both magnesium and potassium, you're not guessing anymore. You're supporting your body intelligently. You're giving your muscles the tools they need to function properly. You're helping your nerves communicate clearly. And most importantly, you're allowing your body to heal naturally. Now here's something else that's important. Potassium also plays a major role in circulation. It helps regulate blood pressure and supports healthy blood flow to your muscles. So when you combine that with magnesium's ability to relax blood vessels, you're improving not just muscle function, but circulation as well. This means more oxygen, more nutrients, and faster recovery for your muscles. That's a powerful combination. So if you've been dealing with cramps, stiffness, weakness, or restless legs, don't just look at magnesium. Look at the bigger picture, because your body doesn't work in isolation, and neither should your approach to health. Start thinking in terms of balance. Start thinking in terms of synergy. And start giving your body what it truly needs, not just part of the solution, but the complete picture. Because when magnesium and potassium come together the way nature intended, that's when real change happens. That's when your muscles begin to relax the way they should. That's when your strength starts to return. And that's when you finally begin to feel the difference, day and night. Let me share something with you that most people never think about, yet it could be the exact reason why supplements don't seem to work the way they should. It's not always about what you take. It's about what your body can actually absorb. You see, you can take the highest quality magnesium glycinate, the most expensive brand, the most bioavailable form on the market. But if your body cannot properly absorb and utilize it, then you're not getting the full benefit. And this is where the conversation changes completely, because absorption is everything. Now here's what most people don't realize. Your body doesn't absorb nutrients in isolation. It depends on a complex system involving digestion, enzymes, and something very important that often gets ignored: healthy fats. Yes, fats. For years, people were told to avoid fats. They were blamed for heart problems, weight gain, and disease. But today we know the truth. The right fats are essential for your health. And when it comes to nutrient absorption, they play a critical role. Let's break this down in a simple way. When you eat food that contains nutrients like magnesium, vitamins, and minerals, those nutrients must pass through your digestive system, enter your bloodstream, and then reach your cells. But here's the catch. Without the right environment, much of that nutrition can be lost along the way. And one of the key factors that determines how well nutrients are absorbed is the presence of healthy fats. This is exactly why whole foods like avocado are so powerful. Because they don't just contain magnesium, they contain monounsaturated fats, the kind of fats your body needs to improve absorption and deliver nutrients where they're needed most. So instead of simply taking magnesium in a pill form and hoping it gets absorbed, you're giving your body a complete system that enhances the entire process. Now think about this. When you swallow a magnesium supplement, it enters your digestive tract alone. There are no supporting nutrients, no natural fat carriers, no synergistic compounds to help guide it. So what happens? A portion gets absorbed, but a portion may also pass through your system without being fully utilized. That's not because magnesium doesn't work. It's because your body needs more support to use it effectively. Now compare that to eating an avocado. Inside that one simple fruit, you have magnesium, healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, enzymes, all working together. The healthy fats help transport nutrients across cell membranes. They improve the efficiency of digestion. They support bile production, which is essential for breaking down and absorbing nutrients. And most importantly, they help your body retain and utilize those nutrients at a much higher level. This is what makes the difference. It's not just what you consume, it's how much your body can actually use. Let's take this even deeper. Your cells are surrounded by membranes made up largely of fats. These membranes control what enters and exits the cell. So when you consume healthy fats, you're actually supporting the structure and function of your cells themselves. That means nutrients like magnesium can enter your cells more efficiently. And once they're inside the cell, that's where the real magic happens. That's where muscle relaxation occurs. That's where energy is produced. That's where healing begins. So without healthy fats, you're limiting your body's ability to fully access and utilize those nutrients. And this is one of the biggest missing pieces in modern nutrition. People focus on isolated nutrients, but they forget about the delivery system. Now here's something else you need to understand. As we age, our digestive efficiency naturally declines. This means our ability to break down food and absorb nutrients becomes weaker over time. So even if you're taking supplements, your body may not be absorbing them as well as it used to. That's why it becomes even more important to support your body with foods that naturally enhance absorption. And avocado does exactly that. It works with your body, not against it. It provides the fats needed to improve digestion, it supports gut health, and it creates an environment where nutrients can be absorbed more effectively. Now imagine what happens when you consistently give your body this kind of support. Day after day, meal after meal, your nutrient levels begin to improve, your muscles receive what they need, your energy increases, your sleep improves, and you start to feel a difference that goes far beyond what a single supplement can provide. Because now your body is no longer struggling to absorb nutrients, it's thriving on them. And that's the goal, not just to take more, but to absorb more, to use more, to benefit more. So before you reach for another supplement and assume it's the solution, ask yourself this question: am I giving my body the support it needs to actually use these nutrients? Because without proper absorption, even the best supplement falls short. But when you combine nutrients with the right foods, especially those rich in healthy fats, you unlock a level of efficiency that changes everything. You're no longer guessing, you're no longer relying on isolated solutions, you're working in harmony with your body's natural design, and that's when real results begin. That's when your body starts responding the way it was meant to. That's when you stop chasing health and start experiencing it. Let me tell you something that many people don't realize, especially as they get older. When your sleep starts to suffer, when you begin waking up in the middle of the night, when your legs feel restless, your mind won't shut off, and your body just can't relax, it's not just getting older, it's your body trying to tell you something. And very often it comes down to two critical systems that are no longer working in harmony: your circulation and your nervous system. Now, most people will look for a quick fix. They'll reach for sleep aids, pills, supplements, anything that promises fast relief. And yes, magnesium glycinate is often recommended for sleep because it helps calm the nervous system. But here's the truth that most people never hear. Sleep is not something you force. Sleep is something your body allows when everything is working properly. And if your circulation is poor, if your nervous system is overstimulated, if your body is not receiving enough oxygen and nutrients, then no supplement alone will fix the root of the problem. This is where whole foods, especially something as simple as an avocado, can make a powerful difference. Because now we're not just targeting sleep, we're addressing the systems that control it. Let's start with circulation. As we age, blood flow naturally slows down. Arteries can become stiffer. Oxygen delivery becomes less efficient, and this leads to symptoms many people experience every day. Cold feet, tingling in the legs, numbness, fatigue, and that heavy, restless feeling when you lie down at night. Now think about this. If your muscles and nerves are not receiving enough oxygen-rich blood, how can they fully relax? They can't. Instead, they stay slightly tense, slightly irritated, constantly signaling discomfort. That's what creates that restless feeling. That's what keeps you tossing and turning. Now here's where nutrition becomes powerful. Avocados contain nutrients that help support the production of nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. When your blood vessels relax, blood flows more freely. And when blood flows more freely, your muscles receive more oxygen, your nerves function more smoothly, and your entire body begins to settle down. This is not a temporary effect. This is your body returning to balance. Now let's connect this to sleep. When circulation improves, something incredible happens. Your body begins to shift into a more relaxed state. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Your muscles release tension. Your nervous system begins to calm. And this is exactly the state your body needs to enter deep, restorative sleep. But there's more. Avocados also provide magnesium and vitamin B6, two powerful nutrients that directly influence your nervous system. Magnesium helps regulate neurotransmitters that calm the brain. Vitamin B6 supports the production of serotonin, which is later converted into melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep cycle. So instead of forcing sleep with a pill, you're supporting the natural process that creates sleep. That's a big difference, because forced sleep is not the same as natural sleep. Forced sleep may make you unconscious, but natural sleep restores your body. It repairs your muscles. It strengthens your immune system. It clears your mind. And most importantly, it allows you to wake up feeling refreshed. Now here's something else that's important. When you rely on supplements or medications for sleep, your body can become dependent. Over time, you may need higher doses. The effect may weaken, and you may still wake up feeling tired. But when you support sleep naturally through better circulation and a balanced nervous system, there are no side effects. There's no dependency. There's only improvement. And that improvement builds over time. Now imagine this. You begin incorporating nutrient-rich foods like avocado into your daily routine. Day by day, your circulation improves. Your muscles begin to relax more easily. Your nervous system becomes calmer. And slowly, without forcing anything, your sleep starts to change. You fall asleep faster. You stay asleep longer. You wake up feeling lighter, clearer, more energized. That's the power of working with your body instead of against it. Now let's talk about stress, because stress plays a major role in poor sleep. When your body is under stress, your nervous system becomes overstimulated, your brain stays active, your muscles remain tense, and your body struggles to switch into relaxation mode. Magnesium helps counter this by calming the nervous system. Healthy fats and avocados support brain function and reduce inflammation. Together, they create an environment where your body can shift out of stress and into relaxation. And that's exactly what you need for quality sleep. So if you've been struggling with restless nights, poor circulation, cold feet, or constant fatigue, don't just look for something to knock you out. Look for something that restores balance. Look for something that improves blood flow. Look for something that calms your body at its core. Because when circulation improves and your nervous system is supported naturally, sleep becomes effortless. It becomes deeper. It becomes more restorative than you've felt in years. And that's when everything changes. You don't just sleep better, you live better, you move better, you think clearer, you feel stronger. All because you address the root, not just the symptom. So before you reach for another sleep supplement, take a moment to consider what your body truly needs. Because sometimes the answer isn't in a pill. It's in giving your body the nourishment it understands, the balance it craves, and the support it deserves. And when you do that, sleep is no longer a struggle. It becomes natural again.